One of the things I see quite a bit is salespeople who are very distracted. There's lots of pulls on our time. The average number of emails that people process a day is 115. 36 times an hour, people are looking at their email. 80 times a day, people are looking at their phone on average at 30,000 times a year. And the biggest problem with this is the recovery time. We're not in flow. You may have heard the term flow, which is that state you get in where you're locked and loaded and you're super efficient. For me, it's on a plane. When I'm on a plane and I'm sitting there for the 2 or 3 hours, I get like 3 days of work done in like a 2-hour flight because I'm locked and there's no distractions. And so when you're thinking of your distractions, I want you to think of the negative consequences. It takes 25 minutes and 26 seconds on average to get from being interrupted to back to work. It takes 15 minutes to get back into flow state. So when you're locked into something in flow, we'll call it, distracted to get back is 15 minutes. So if you're distracted 4 times an hour, you're never in flow state. So if we're checking our phones 80 times a day, if we're doing 36 checks to email an hour, there's no way we can get into the state we need to be effective at selling. So there's a few things we have to remember. First of all, there's no such thing as multitasking. It doesn't exist. They've proven it. You can't do 2 things good at once. You could do mediocre things 2 times or 3 at once, but you can't do anything really well, and it's just been proven with science. The human brain can't do that. So a couple solutions. One is time blocking chunks of time out to get specific activities done. Another is to flex this muscle is a technology Sabbath. I read about this a few years ago, and I do it about every 4 to 6 weeks. I'll take a day and I won't do any technology, email, computer, and I'll just shut it off and not do it. And it's hard, but it does start getting you thinking differently, and it's like getting off some kind of drug or something where you're thinking clearer, right? Signs on the door. If you have an office, another distraction dilemma solution that we have here in our offices is we all have on our doors do not disturb sign. We get a little more creative than just the word do not disturb, but basically it's, hey, I'm in flow state. If it's an emergency, knock on the door. Otherwise, can it wait? Also, booking, as Bill Gates calls it, looking out the window time. Being able to just take a chill and just walk around the parking lot or look out the window or just do something with no purpose other than just chilling out and thinking. And that ties into another best practice that I've used is getting out of the office. I mean, literally just leave the office. I go to the quiet room at the library. I also do Starbucks, some place to get out of my environment. Because when you're in your environment, it's really hard to think differently and to get into the state that we want to get into. And even going through periods of not checking your email. If you were on the flight, a flight for an hour, and you needed to be reached, and you were on a flight without Wi-Fi, whoever was trying to reach you would have to wait the hour you're in the air. And somehow, when the plane landed, the world didn't all go to hell, right? It was still okay, and you were able to then take care of the problem. So turning off your email and not doing the 36 times an hour enables you to get into better flow state. And for sales, it's prospecting and using LinkedIn and asking for referrals and generating a proposal or doing some account planning. Some of that stuff that, and when we get in flow, we can be really effective at, but if we're trying to multitask it, it never really pulls together. So ask yourself the question, what can you do in the next 30 days to eliminate some of the distractions in your life?